Hello, friends. Welcome back to Learning Nails and Aesthetics. I have also added cosmetology. I have put various videos on various playlists so you can find what you're looking for a little more easily. This video is learning objective number 6 in Milady Standard Foundations, Chapter 1, Employ Successful Learning Tools. Keep in mind, I am not AI, so mistakes will be made. If you see a video that has the comments turned off, where it says the content is currently unavailable, just refresh the page and that should fix the issue. All right, learning objective number 6, chapter 1. Employ successful learning tools. Having a successful career as a beauty professional begins by employing key learning tools while you are in school. To realize the greatest benefits education can provide, commit yourself to the following. Attend all classes. Arrive for class early. Have all necessary materials ready. Listen attentively to your instructor. Take notes. Highlight important points. Pay close attention during summary and review sessions. When something is not clear, ask for clarification. If you are still unsure, ask again for assistance. Here's a tip. After becoming a licensed professional, seek continuing education opportunities. Never stop learning. The beauty and wellness industry is consistently changing. There are always new trends, techniques, products, and information. Reading magazines, joining industry associations, attending trade shows, and enrolling in advanced educational classes are all ways to continue learning. Everyone learns at their own personal and unique ways. Your study skills should use those methods or tools that will help you absorb and retain new information. Learning about all the study skills available will help you find what works best for you and make valuable use of your time. Focus on lifelong learning. It is important to continue learning how to best meet clients' needs, in addition to how to perform new techniques. For example, be sure to ask clients if they have sensitivities to any of the chemicals found in common hair and skin care products, including added scents that may be unpleasant to the client, or cause skin irritation, and offer an alternative instead. Learning the common ingredients in the products you use will ensure you can give every client a pleasant experience. Repetition. Whether you repeat information in your head, say it out loud, write it down, or practice it hands-on, repetition helps your short-term memory secure a firmer grasp on the information, making it easier to retrieve when you need it. Organization can be used to process new information for both short-term and long-term memory use. If a new topic seems particularly overwhelming, categorize the information into smaller segments. For example, rather than trying to learn about all the layers of skin at once, study one skin division at a time. A mnemonic is a device that helps you remember or recall information. It can be word association, acronym, song or rhyme, or any other form of memory trigger that helps you recall information. Word association. To promote better long-term memory, try to associate new information with prior knowledge by using word association techniques. For example, the outermost layer of the epidermis is the stratum corneum, also known as the horny layer, because it consists of tightly packed cells that are similar to an animal's horn or hoof. The outer cells are continually shed and replaced with new cells from the underlying layers of the epidermis. In this example, corn in corneum rhymes with horn, providing an easy way to remember both technical and alternate terminology. Using word association can be helpful for remembering most information. However, be sure to create associations that mean something to you. Meaningful associations will assist you in actually learning the material and make it easier for you to retrieve it from your long-term memory when you need it. Acronyms. You can create an acronym by using the first layer in a series of words. For example, the bones of the skull can be remembered using the phrase pest of. So PESTOF. Parietal, ethmoid, sphenoid, temporal, occipital, and frontal. Other acronym Another acronym covers the functions of the skin with the word shapes: sensation, heat regulation, absorption, protection, excretion, and secretion. Shapes is a particularly good acronym because the skin also gives shape to the body. And here is a picture of that. Acronyms connect related ideas and make them more memorable. Songs or rhymes. Songs or rhymes do not have to be complicated. Something as simple as keep the air and the hair moving when blow drying to prevent burning the client's scalp, or rock and roll rotting creates a spiral perm. To illustrate a rotting technique can be an effective reminder during application procedure. Visual study skills. For some, the need to visually lay out thoughts, plans, and ideas is key to retaining information. For these learners, the more visual study skills of mind mapping and note taking can be effective learning tools. Mind mapping is a method you can use to create a visual representation of your thoughts, ideas, or class notes. Here are some basic guidelines for mind mapping a topic. Write the main topic or problem in the center of a piece of paper. Think about the topic and allow your ideas to flow. Write down keywords or ideas that come to mind. Use lines to connect the keywords to the main topic. Expand on the keywords by creating new connections to additional thoughts or information. Use colors and or symbols to highlight important information. Mind mapping the topic beauty business. Note taking. Note taking is a valuable skill to develop for studying and for working in the business world. Effective note takers listen carefully and pay attention to verbal cues that alert them to important information. When taking notes, listen and watch for these cues. The speaker emphasizes words or phrases. You hear a directive such as you need to know or you might want to remember. The speaker uses definitive words such as main or first that provide the importance or the order of something. If it gets written on the board, it is usually important. Although most of us develop our own way of taking notes, here's some great general tips to get you started. Remember, you need to take notes in a way that makes sense to you and that will help you make the most of the process. Develop or select a note-taking template that works best for the way you like to organize new information. Date and number the note pages for easier organization when you need to review them. Listen carefully to lesson introductions and summaries. Use keywords or phrases to identify main points. Use complete and accurate sentences when the instructor says, "You need to know," or "This is important," or when technical definitions are used. Use marks or symbols to emphasize important words, definitions, and so on. Use symbols, pictures, and diagrams to create visual reminders or to illustrate a concept. Use colored pens or highlighters to emphasize important points. Good study habits. If you find studying overwhelming, focus on small tasks one at a time. For example, instead of trying to study for 3 hours at a time, set the bar lower by studying in smaller chunks of time. If your mind tends to wander in class, try writing down keywords or phrases as your instructor discusses them. Anytime you lose focus, do not hesitate to stay after class and ask questions based on your notes. Another study tip is to find other students who are helpful and supportive. Studying in groups can bring positive results for everyone, including improved study skills and a better understanding of the material. Study with friends can be effective and fun. Part of developing good study habits is knowing where, when, and how to study. Where? Establish a comfortable, quiet place to study without interruptions. Have everything you need: books, writing implements, computer or tablet, online access, proper lighting prior to studying. Remain as alert as possible by sitting upright. Reclining will make you sleepy. When? Start out by estimating how much study time you need. Study when you feel most energetic and motivated. Practice effective time management by studying during blocks of time that would otherwise be wasted, such as while you're waiting in the doctor's office or taking a bus across town. How? Study just one section of a chapter at a time and review key points. This method is most effective when reading the entire chapter at once. Highlight keywords and phrases as you go along. Test yourself on each section to ensure that you understand the information. Remember that every effort you make to follow through on your education is an investment in your future. The progress you make with your learning will increase your confidence. In fact, when you have mastered a range of information and techniques, your self-esteem will soar right along with your grades. Check in. How do you describe good study habits? And our next video will be Define Ethics. I hope this was helpful to you. If you like longer format videos, I do have those covering the same material, so do check those out. Have a great day. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.